Finding buyers for scrap gold. In this section, you're going to learn how to find buyers for scrap gold. You might think you will need to automatically send your gold off to a refiner, but that's not the case. You want to look for other buyers first so you can get more money. Then you can turn to a refiner if you can't find someone to buy your gold. With that in mind, I'm going to tell you how to sell scrap gold. Number 1 is on eBay, 2 preppers, and 2 investors. Let's take a closer look at each of these options, okay? Selling scrap gold on eBay. In the last section, I talked about selling retail items on eBay. What may surprise you is you can also make good money selling scrap gold on eBay. Simply weigh some gold that has the same karat content, bag it up, and put it up for sale on eBay. Try this out a few times. If you have some success, you might want to get an eBay store that will help you get more exposure, and the store will also help you build a strong reputation. Selling scrap gold to preppers. A prepper is someone who prepares for a disaster ahead of time. He may stockpile food, water, and other items. Then if something happens, he will have all of his supplies on hand. Most people don't realize that preppers also stockpile gold. They do this so they will have some buying power even if the dollar collapses. As you know by now, that's a very valid concern. The dollar is very unstable and isn't backed by anything, so it could collapse at any time. Many preppers prefer scrap gold over refined gold, since government isn't likely to confiscate scrap gold. They also prefer it because they can typically buy it at scrap price. While refined gold typically costs a little more, you can find preppers online. Just Google prepper message board or prepper forum. A list of results will come up. You can advertise your gold on those sites. You can also use Google AdWords to advertise directly to preppers. If you recall, I talked about Google AdWords earlier. I explained that you'll need to use keywords to trigger your ads. You can come up with keywords to target preppers. Then if a prepper goes online to search for gold, there's a good chance he will find your website. You can also post ads on Craigslist. You'll be surprised by how many hits you can get using the site. Create an ad that speaks directly to preppers so you can get the most traffic and the best results. Selling scrap gold to investors. Some investors prefer scrap gold over refined gold. With that in mind, you should seek out investors and try to make some bulk sales. You can find investors much the same way you can find preppers. Advertise on your website, run classified ads, and use Google AdWords. Also look for forums and message boards. Additionally, have some business cards printed out. Be sure to mention that you sell gold for spot price to investors, then pass those cards out. Now you know some ways you can sell your scrap gold. In the next section, I'm going to give you another option for selling your gold. I'm going to explain how to refine your own gold and sell it to jewelers.